Hi everyone and welcome to day 13 of the Summer Sculpt challenge. I'm going to take you through a glute workout today with the option of adding in a resistance band. Now, as always, if you don't have a resistance band or if you don't want to use one today, that is absolutely fine. You can do this whole thing just using your own body weight. So whenever you're ready, meet me in the middle of your mat and we will get started. So coming up into a standing position to start with. So just have a soft bend through your knees. Make sure that your feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Like I say, soft bend through the knees. Just rock and roll your pelvis backwards and forwards. So if I come to the side, you can see, I've mentioned this before, but imagine that your pelvis is like a bowl of water. And if you tilt it too far forward, water is going to fall out the front. If you tilt it too far back, water is going to fall out the back. We want to find that neutral position where that bowl of water stays within your pelvis. Just a nice way to visualize where things should be in your body. Roll your shoulders back a few times and then close down your eyes. As always, we're going to start by connecting into the breath. So take a big deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the ribcage expand. This time connecting into your centre. So as you exhale, draw your belly button back towards your spine. And keep going at that at your own pace. So connecting into your breath, into your centre. Not worrying about anything that's happened before this class or anything that may happen afterwards. Just being really mindful about the movement you're making today. Be really present on your mat. Just focusing in on you and your body. We're not here for long, it's a quick and effective workout. So just spending the next 20 minutes or so just focusing on yourself and not worrying about anything else that happens outside of this class. We'll take one last deep breath together. So inhale, feel the ribcage expand. And then exhale, draw your belly button back towards your spine, really connecting into your centre and into your abs. And then slowly opening the eyes. You're going to pop that band around your knees. So popping it on if you're using it, if not, that's absolutely fine. Coming into the middle of your mat, bring your feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. We're going to start with some squats to warm up with. So bring your hands into prayer, bring your elbows nice and high, push your palms in towards each other. Squeezing the hands in, even though we are focusing on the lower body today, we can still engage up through our upper body. So squeezing the palms together. You're going to inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, squeeze the glutes at the top. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. So as you come down, send your glutes back behind you. All the weight should be through your heels. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Try not to hyperextend through the hips, just squeeze the glutes at the top, coming back into that neutral position. Inhale down, exhale, lift. 5 more here. Make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. If you have that band on, your knees are going to want to come in, so make sure that you're adding that resistance in with the band. Just 3 more. For 2, last 1, and take a second. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to add in a pulse at the bottom. So you're going to lower down, pulse and lift. So lower down, pulse and lift. 8 more here. Squeeze the glutes at the top. For 7, 6 more. Keep the chest open, nice and lifted. 4 more. Can you get deeper into your squat? For 3. 2 more. On this last one, just hold it down for me. You're going to lift your right heel up, lower down. Just stay on that right side, lift and lower. Stay nice and low. Getting into the quads at the same time here. 5 more. For 4. Stay nice and low for 3. 2. Last one, hold your right heel lifted. Just give me tiny pulses down and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reset. Take a second. Shake those legs out if you need to. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring your hands back into prayer. Feet are hip distance apart. You're going to lower yourself down. Just hold down in your squat. You're going to lift your left heel up, lower down. Lift the left heel off, lower down to just coming onto the ball of your left foot. Keep your hips nice and low. 6 more. For 5. You got it. 4 more. For 3. 2. On this last one, hold it lifted. Just give me tiny pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reset. Good work. Okay, come to the back of your mat. Take an inhale, lifting the hands up overhead. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Really slowly rolling yourself down, walking your hands out into a plank position. Just drop the knees nice and wide and then sit back into a child's pose. Take a second here. And then I want you to come down onto your left side body. Lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. So extending your hand long. Rest your head on your arm. And then I want you to bring your knees into a 90-degree angle. Your heels should be in line with your hips. Knees are bent in front of you. Place your fingertips down into the mat. Squeeze your heels together. Before we go, I just want you to get your hand on your top hip and just push that top hip away from you, making sure that your hips are stacked. And then press your fingertips down. We're going to go into our clams. So you're going to open up through that top knee, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If this feels good, you can stay here. Or option, you lift your heels off the mat, open up, lower down. So keeping the heels lifted off the mat. Try and make sure that you're not flaring through your ribs. Keep everything in your centre knitted in together. Squeeze the glute at the back. Try not to rock off your hips. 4 more, then we add on. For 3, 2. On this last one, hold it lifted. We're now going to add on. So you're going to send your heel away from you. You're going to extend through your leg. You're going to bring your heels back together. Lower the knee down and lift. So really squeeze the heel away. Bring it in. Lower the knee and lift. Option, keep your feet down on the mat. Open, extend, bring it in, lower down. Just 4 more. Squeezing into the side of your glute for 3. 2 more. Don't know about you, but I can definitely feel it burning now. Last 1. Bring your heels together. Keep your knees open. Just give me tiny pulses back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Tap out that glute. Good work. Okay, same thing on the other side. So flipping onto your right side body, extending your hand out long, resting your head down on your arm, squeeze your heels together, send that top hip away from you. Your heels should be in line with your hips, knees are bent in front of you. Place your fingertips down onto the mat. You're going to open up through that top knee, lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Still drawing into your center, never losing that core connection. 4 more. Try not to rock off your hips as you open that knee for 3. Then we add on for 2. On this last one, hold it open, we add on. So you extend the leg out, bring it in, lower the knee down, and lift again, option. Lift your heels off the mat. Choose whichever option is right for you today. 5 more. Squeezing the glute at the top. For 4. You got it, keep going for 3. Shoulders away from your ears for 2. Last 1. As you bring your heels together, hold, just give me tiny little lifts back and back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down, tap out that glute, good work. Okay, we're going to finish with a shoulder bridge series. So coming to lay on your back, fix your band if you need to, and then just hug your knees in, just release your lower back for a second. Just rock from side to side. Bring both knees over to the left, look to your right, and then bring both knees over to the right, look to your left, and come back to center. Bringing your feet down into the mat now, hands come down by your side. Make sure that your feet are hip distance apart, parallel. If you have sore knees, you can slightly turn the feet out just to relieve any pressure within the knees, or option, keep them parallel. You're going to roll yourself up, so you're going to scoop through the pelvis, bone by bone, rolling yourself all the way up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Just hold it here. Really push your knees away from you, really lengthening out all the way through the top of your legs. Squeeze the glutes at the top, try and split the mat. From here, you're going to lower the hips down to the mat and lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Don't lose that core connection here, so keep your ribs tucked in. 8 more. Really squeeze the glutes at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it lifted. I want you to float your right heel off the mat now. If you need to bring that foot slightly closer to you, you can. Squeeze the glutes, lift through the hips. You're going to lower the hips an inch, lift and squeeze, really squeeze into that right glute. Lower and lift for 8, 7, 6, for 5, isolating that right glute, 4 more, for 3, 2 more, last one, hold it lifted for me. I want you to flare that right knee out to the side, draw it in, flare it out, draw it in, keep your hips lifted. Just flaring that right knee out and in for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it in. Lower the right heel down, lift the left heel off. Lift through the hips. You're going to lower the hips down an inch, lift and squeeze into that left glute. Lower and lift for 8, 7, 6 more, 5, yes guys, 4 more, for 3, 2, last one, hold it lifted. Just flare that left knee out to the side, draw it in, flare it out, and then keep the hips lifted. Try not to drop them down. 5 more, for 4, 3 more, 2, last one, hold it lifted. You're going to float both heels off the mat now. Push the hips up, squeeze the glutes at the top. This time you're going to lower the hips down Lift, flare both knees out and in. Lower down. Lift, flare it out and in. 8 more. First 7. 6, you should really start to feel your glutes burning now. 5 more. 4. 3, really tuck your pelvis under, protect your lower back. 2. Last one, hold the knees out, just give me tiny tucks with the tailbone, up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, bring the knees in again, tiny lifts up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the heels down, really slowly roll your spine all the way down, just hug your knees and take a second, just rock from side to side. We are almost there, guys, not long left to go. Okay, so bring your feet back down onto the mat, hands come down by your side, roll your hips up again, coming into your shoulder bridge. This time you're going to float your right leg into tabletop, tap it down, bring your left knee into tabletop, tap it down. So coming into your marches here, keep the hips lifted the whole time. Draw into your lower abs as you bring your knee in, tap it down, bring it in, tap it down. 4 more. For 3, 2. On this last one, hold that left knee in. You're just going to give me tiny lifts with the hips, up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Place that foot down, lift through the hip, bring that right leg into tabletop again, tiny little lifts up and up for 8, 7, 6, you got it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Place your both feet down into the mat now, just give me tiny lifts, this is your last thing, tiny lifts through the hips, up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and really slowly roll your spine all the way down, hug your knees in, just rock from side to side. And then if you have that band on, just taking it off, placing it down to one side. We'll finish with a quick stretch. So coming into your figure 4 stretch, if this feels good, if you do have a slight sore back, you can come up into a seated position, do the same thing, so cross one leg over the other, come into your twisted position here, or you stay down in your figure 4 stretch. So just stretching through that glute, pulling your knee in towards your chest, feeling a nice stretch and release through the glutes, and then switching sides, coming back to your breath, just slowing your heart rate down, and then hug both knees in, rock and roll your spine up to seated, come into a seated position in the middle of your mat, and as always we will finish with one last deep breath together. So make sure that the weight is evenly distributed through your sit bones. Then take an inhale, lifting the hands up overhead, bringing the hands together, and then exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center. And you are all done. Guys, you absolutely smashed that glute workout today. I don't know about you, but my glutes are definitely on fire, especially after that shoulder bridge series. I definitely felt the burn, so I hope you did too. If you enjoyed today's workout, don't forget to subscribe so that we can work out together again. And I will see you on the mat again tomorrow.